Good evening, friends. We start tonight with a new dump of classified documents by Wikileaks. The latest documents show how the NSA intercepted communications of everyone from German Chancellor Angela Merkel and also UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. The intercepted communications also cover a wide range of issues, including sensitive trade talks, climate change policy, and matters dealing with UN's refugee agency. Well, the documents point to new allegations of spying and also illustrate the extent of NSA surveillance. Manuel Rapolo is in the RT newsroom with the details tonight.
This latest batch of WikiLeaks documents is shedding new light on more top world leaders who were being spied on by the U.S. National Security Agency, such as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. While it's not clear how the NSA was able to gain access to some of these private communications, one cable from October 22, 2011 points to former French President Nicolas Sarkozy suggesting that the Italian banking system would, quote, soon pop like the cork of a champagne bottle, a reference to the state of the Italian economy. Perhaps the most disturbing revelation, however, is the NSA's surveillance targeting of UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. In a statement following the document dump, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange added that, quote, the U.S. government has signed agreements with the UN that it will not engage in such conduct against the UN, let alone its Secretary General. It will be interesting to see the UN's reaction, because if the Secretary General can be targeted without consequence, then everyone from world leader to street sweeper is at risk. Along with communications of world leaders, WikiLeaks also published NSA intercepts of high-level officials at the World Trade Organization, Japan's Trade Ministry, and the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. WikiLeaks adds that some of the documents are classified top secret Comment Gamma, the most highly classified documents ever published by the organization. Manuel Rapolo, RT, Washington.
For more on this, let's turn to Tyrell Ventura. He is the host of Watching the Hawks. You got a lot to watch now.
Ooh, man.
Now, the United States said they wouldn't do the UN, okay, that there was some protected people out there that they wouldn't spy on. Now we got a credibility issue. What do you make of it?
We have a huge credibility issue, and I think what's really damaging to the U.S. is once again you see Angela Merkel back in the crosshairs again. You see Italy, ministers of Italy, officials there, Berlusconi at the time now, getting his, wire transfers. I mean, it's like, okay, is this 1942 or is it, 2016?
Everybody spies. Why are we the only ones getting caught?
I think we're the only ones getting caught because I think that we're being very flagrant about it. Everybody, and we're also getting caught because WikiLeaks has been diligent in trying to expose these kind of things, especially when we kind of parade ourselves as, this free country that follows the rule of law. And now here we were caught spying on our own citizens with metadata, and now we're caught spying on foreign officials again for what looks like business reasons at the end of the day. I mean, there's no real reason other than big business having an influence on our politics that you see this kind of spying taking place.
Okay, so the ramifications of this are foreign relations. Can you trust the United States? And I would equate this to what's going on with Russia, the United States, and Syria right now when John Kerry says, well, we've already got Plan B. Well, I mean, tie that in with the spying, the credibility of this country's in trouble right now, isn't it?
It's in deep trouble. It's in deep trouble. And, if you go back into history and look at the last time you had, rogue spying in agencies, they had the 1975 Church Committee was assembled to try to rein that in just to create a better look for the rest of the world and, shore up things at home and keep this from happening again. And the NSA was once again back in 75 caught in the crosshairs of that. And so I think that's what we need to do as a country to actually move beyond this and try to hopefully, mend these ties that we're constantly spying on our neighbors and our allies. It's one thing if the NSA comes out and documents come out and says, oh, you know what, we were spying on ISIS, we were spying on our known enemies and that kind of thing. But these, again, are all people that we, quote unquote, call our allies. And now we're looking at, especially spying on what, climate deal?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Tyrell, good to have you with us tonight.
Always a
Thanks
pleasure.
a lot. You bet. The United States isn't the only country in hot water for surveillance. The German government has approved a new software translated as Trojan Horse. It's designed to monitor the computers and smartphones of police suspects, but German citizens have mixed feelings about all of this. Peter Oliver has more on the story tonight.
Well, there are those that are completely behind it, and there are more voices, though, that are vehemently against it. Let's start with the what the government is saying. The government's saying that they aren't going to be looking at sensitive files. They've desperately tried to reassure people, but ultimately what their line comes down to is the old adage of if you've got nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Because although they say they're not going to access sensitive files, there is the capability built into this software to do that. Now, the critics of the proposal say there's absolutely no idea just how far this could go, looking into what you have on your computer, what you're doing on your computer. The Green Party, who are a political party who are very powerful here, are saying that this security, of course, is necessary. However, that the levels that this goes to, the ends don't justify the means. And the Chaos Computer Club, the CCC, the world-renowned global hacker network that's based here in Germany, well, they refer to this as basically a license for the government to police what you think, because what's built into this software, it allows you to, pretty much look at exactly what you're typing as you type it. So some real concerns being raised amongst those that know about hacking, that know about computers, and those that are looking to protect social and personal liberties here in Germany.